Okay, good morning, kids. Today we're going to be adding important events. I had you do this for an assignment yesterday. So we can see what I started yesterday, and I'm going to be adding important events that Lily and Violet gave me, and I'll be trying to do those in different colors. And then from there, we're going to be working on a retell summary, and I will try to be sending you both these documents so you can look at these. Some students were saying that sometimes it's hard to see the assignments in the video, so I'll try to send you copies that you can open up. My guess is that I'll be needing to do 2 videos for this assignment because I'll be doing a bunch of talking and writing in front of you. We won't be reading today. We'll start reading tomorrow, at least with the Year of Miss Agnes. Okay, so Lily gave me a really nice important event, and I wanted to share that with you. So one of the things that Lily wrote me is Miss Agnes. Let me start my timer. Miss Agnes has the kids draw pictures for the classroom. And I agree with Lily. This was a really important event. This is something they'd never done before. It really showed, let me put classroom wall. It really showed that things were different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this and we'll make it a pretty color. Okay. And this is from Lily. Thank you, Lily. Okay. This next one I'm going to highlight in a different color. I'll do it with Violet. And this is from Violet. So another thing, a very important event that Violet recognized is the class asked Miss Agnes if she likes fish. Well, and this is the reason why most of the teachers left in the past, is that they didn't like fish. They couldn't stand the smell of it. And Miss Agnes answers basically no, she does not like fish. And this was worrisome to the class. Like in the last part, they were worried, they looked concerned. They are wondering, the kids are wondering, and worrying if Miss Agnes will leave because other teachers have left. So let me read this. The class asked Miss Agnes if she likes fish. Miss Agnes answers no, she doesn't like fish. The kids are wondering if Miss Agnes will leave because other teachers have left because they don't like fish. But she says, Miss Agnes says she has a sinus problem. She cannot smell fish. And we can tell right away that the kids are they're relieved, because here's a teacher that's different than they've ever had. They like her. Even on the first day of school, they realize things are different. So that was a very important event. So that's from Violet. Okay, so thank you, girls, for helping us get smarter with that. So we're going to then use these important events to write a retell summary, because believe it or not, we have finished the first quadrant. And you guys know that at the end of the first quadrant, one of the things we do is to write a retell summary. And that helps us make sense of the really important events. So I have that over here, and I'll be sending this to you as I write it. So this is a very, how should I say, a brief outline. And I'm going to help you with the introduction, and then I will help you with the first event, and then I'm going to have you guys write 2 events and a conclusion, and I'll be sending you this document. So let's start up here, and I'm going to do a different font, and I'll do it in a different color so that my writing really stands out. The book, The Year of Miss Agnes, and let me get rid of this little line, by, get that rid of that too, by Kirkpatrick Hill. And I can tell I'm going to have to, each time I start typing, I'll change my, I'll have to be better at this. Okay. All right. So the book, The Year of Miss Agnes by Kirkpatrick Hill, tells, and let me get the font right and the color right, so we know these are my words, tells about the life of, let's see, how can I say this? About what the life of one girl and, let's see, named Fred is like in a remote means far away, in a remote fishing village in Alaska. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit more. We can say life in the village is very hard. Okay. For teachers, they often leave because of the smell of fish. Let's see, but we got to get in there that Miss Agnes arrives. Okay, that's in the first quadrant. So, but then Miss Agnes, the new teacher, arrives. And I can already tell I don't like how I've written that last part, so I'm just going to rewrite it. That's what writers do. They write something down. If it's not quite right, we rewrite it over. But then, let me see, a new teacher named Miss Agnes arrives. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay, so that is our opening introduction. Remember, with the retell summary, we talk about what the book is, who it's written by, and then a very short summary of the beginning of the book. We don't retell the whole thing in the introduction, we just give a little tease. Then we're going to go down here where we start talking about important events. Okay, I'm going to write 1, and again, I want you guys to write 2. Okay, and let me get my, there we go. So first, let's see, and we're going to do what we think are the most important events with some detail, not a ton of detail, but some detail. Okay, so we can say first, Fred's village gets a new teacher named Agnes Sutterfield. Now that's a pretty important event, okay, right then. But let's add a little bit of detail about why this is important. Okay, so first, Miss Agnes is different from any other teacher. Oops. children have seen. Let's give a detail. How is she different? Okay, well, one of the ways she's different is she wears pants. Okay, she drinks tea, and she is from England. And she also teaches pretty different. Let's talk about how she um, rearranges the class. She also rearranged the classroom desks into a circle. Whoop. And doesn't like how I spelled rearranged. Let me see. Yes, I do mean rearranged. I love spell check. Okay, so let's read this. It says, first, Fred's Village gets a new teacher named Agnes Sutterfield. Miss Agnes is different from any other teacher the children have seen. She wears pants, she drinks tea, and she's from England. She also rearranged the classroom desks into a circle. So that is explaining how she's different. Now, what you kids are going to do is then do next. You're going to do another important event. Now, where do you get that? You get that from our list, okay? We have important events right here. You can use any one of these, okay, except the one I just used. And there it is. I said, Miss Agnes put a huge world map and rearranged the classroom. Okay, all the chairs and desks are in a circle. So you can use the events from here. You can use your own events too. These are suggestions. But remember, I also would like you to add some details, some thinking of your own. And remember, that's the part that Ms. B really, really likes. I like doing that thinking. So what I will be doing is sending you this document. It might look a little bit different, but it will be fine. And you guys will be writing these parts. You don't need to write all of this in your notebook that you sent to me. That's fine. And then you're going to be doing a conclusion. I've given you 3 ways you can start the conclusion. You only have to use one of them. Please do not say, all in all, that is the conclusion of the Year of Miss Agnes. Do not do that. Ms. B has taught you other things. So again, with the conclusion, what you are doing is retelling maybe one important thing that you don't want the reader to forget about the Year of Miss Agnes. Do not end it with, in conclusion, that is the end of the first quadrant. Don't waste my time. Do some thinking. Okay, kids, I'm going to stop there. And it looks like I was able to do it in one video. Okay, see you in a little bit.